Okay, hey everybody. Here's the deal. '03 Nissan Pathfinder with a 3.5 liter V6. It's a VG35DE. You'll need to get the shifter out of the center console. How you do that is up to you. Center console part that covers this will just pop right off. Like, you don't have to unscrew anything. And then once you get in there, you got 4 10mm bolts. Connector you'll have to disconnect, which is in the back of the shifter. You'll have a little connector that's a big bar that goes to a cable. It's a shift cable, so make sure you don't like mess it up by turning it, because if you turn it you'll mess up your adjustments on your car and your transmission. So this right here is also for the reverse lights, and there's a little cotter pin. You pull that out and you pull the bar off. So what you're looking at here is this right here. The problem is I push the brakes, the brake light works, and I can start my car. So I don't have the problem some of you other people have, but I cannot shift from park. Now the reason is because when I push the brake, what's supposed to happen is it sends a signal to this little motor, which retracts this white piece. Okay. I've been having to shove a screwdriver in here, which pushes that down, which depresses this white piece I'm talking about, which allows me to shift. Okay? Otherwise, you just get this mess. So what you got to do is, if you don't get a new one, which this is the one Nissan gave me, which is obviously not the same thing. I don't know what the crap that is. It must be from a newer year or something, but they looked it up by VIN and everything. But what you got to do is you got to unscrew these two bolts, which I'm going to do here. And you'll have to forgive me because I don't have a tripod or anything, because this is my iPhone. But yeah. So if it moves, it moves. Then you got these two screws. Okay. And once you get those two screws out, you can do one of two things, okay? You can either leave the screw or leave the spring in, which I chose not to, because yeah, I know where I'm putting it, so I won't lose it, so maybe I can put it back in later. But this right here, you just slide it right back in place, okay, like that. This is what I have to be my spacer, okay? It's just a really freaking huge washer and a normal washer in a bolt. And I will shove that up the hole. Okay, depress this little white portion. Okay, and now maneuver this into place, which now, oops, it does work indeed. Put this screw back in, and oops. So now that's screwed in. There's a piece which is going to be difficult for you to see because of the lighting, but hopefully you can see it. Right down here, you'll have to move this little piece over, and it'll get behind there. Make sure, now you can see it, that little thing right there, because it falls on top there. Make sure it's back, or else you will not be able to start your car, because that is what tells your vehicle that the shifter is in the park position, so you can start your car. Screw this back in, and now feast your eyes on this. Sorry. Every time, and then you can shift. If you don't put a spacer in it, what will happen is you'll release there, and there's a mechanism behind it that'll cause this white thing to shoot forward. But you don't want that, do you? No. So make sure you put a spacer there, because it will come back up. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good one.